here again. So a little while ago, I decided to purchase a short shifter for the MR2, and when I installed it, I realized that I screwed up because it did not fit the car at all. It was a shifter that was supposed to be for pre-93 models, and I thought I would get away with that and it would work in my car, but it failed every single part of the shifter assembly. Hit the cables, hit the plastic interior bits, and just did not fit at all. So as seen by the title of the video, we have received a Superclass C's short shifter, and I'll be installing that today and showing you the processes of doing it and a before and after. Firstly, let's unbox this thing so I can show you what will come with the short shifter. So here's the box that we get, nice and small and compact, cheap on shipping. Ooh. So in the box we get a base plate to shorten the throw of the shifter. It all works together. I'll explain that in a bit. That's interesting. So I went and actually optioned up and got one of the plastic cup bushing thingos for inside the shifter because my one's pretty cracked, but I'll show you how this works when I'm installing this, but you won't receive this with a package. And finally, we have the C's short shifter itself. Now from factory, from the 93 plus shifter, it doesn't look different at all. The difference is this is higher up than the stock one, which I'll be showing you when I remove the stock one from the car. Feels very nice and sturdy in the hand. Obviously that's what you're going to expect, and it looks like this bushing has already been lubricated up, so that's a plus. So I'd just like to give some history on this C short shifter, reproduction by Superclass. But pretty much back in the day, according to some research, was that C's were the best short shifters money could buy back in the time. Now C's short shifters aren't made anymore for the MR2 or any of the cars that used to have the C's short shifter. So what Superclass say, or Class has gone and done, I don't know how to say their name, is they've gone ahead and reproduced this C's short shifter. I'm pretty sure everything is exactly the same as what you would get from C's back in the day, so you are getting a pretty legitimate C's short shifter, I guess. But yeah, it should work pretty well. Also a cool little thing in the box, it came with a QR code that if you scan with your phone, it'll bring you to this installation guide where you can actually follow instructions step by step, which is very convenient. So because there is a full installation guide on installing the short shifter on their website, I'm not going to go ahead and show you step-by-step instructions. Instead, I'm just going to install it, and then I guess you guys can decide whether or not you want to get this shifter. We're also going to just remove these tiger tops to make the installation a little bit easier, because we do have to remove the center console and get shit out of the car, so let's get rid of that. So the original shifter is out, along with all the other little bits and pieces required to remove it. That only took around 10 minutes because I've done this before. Pretty easy to remove. Anyway, over here, you can see the original shifter and the C's short shifter. Looking from the top, there isn't really much difference. You can see that this point here, where the shift linkage goes in, is a lot higher than the stock one. And it's also one piece, which is something that they really like to tell you. Other than that, there's not really much different, but just this little increase in the height of the shifter point will make the throws a lot shorter. Also over here you can see the original shifter bushing, which is where this sits into. You can see here that there is like a lot of room for play and stuff like that inside this plastic bushing. So I believe these solid bushings, which hug around the shifter just like so, I can do this with one hand, just like so, they really hug around it, and I think that's to give just less play as well, so more feel in the shifter and make it nice and notchy, which is what I want. But yeah, that's the old and that's the new. That's what we're going to put back in the car now. Firstly, we're just going to quickly lubricate these bushings up. Get some right on the finger. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I guess you can't really have too much of this stuff, so I'm just going to apply it very liberally. So we're at the final steps of installing this C's short shifter. The last thing is just putting this little base plate over the top. So it only goes on one way, like that, and that will further help improve the shifting of your MR2. Say hello, Nathan.
Hello there.
So we finally have the C's short shifter fully installed, and I showed you before and after just before in the previous clip, but you can see that the short is definitely significantly shorter. I think there's probably about an inch difference in the shifting, so around like a couple centimeters, but it's already like a huge improvement over compared to that eBay short shifter. So the eBay short shifter fouled this part right here that I'm pointing at. The eBay one would hit this plastic bit and just wouldn't allow me to shift with this whole piece on. So now that I have the C's short shifter on, I guess we'll take it for a little spin and I'll show you that it does go into every single gear perfectly. So I got Nathan here. He's the person that was in that BRZ video. He's going to be helping me film. What do you think of the MR2 so far?
It feels amazing. I experienced mid-engine power before.
Exactly.
So it literally feels like the engine's strapped to your spine.
Yeah, it's like everything's right in the back of your head. So, all right. So we're gonna go through all the gears so I can just show you that the short shifter is allowing me to shift into every gear fine. Reverse, perfect, not a single issue. And we're just gonna get into every single gear. We went for a drive just before to feel it out, and it felt great. You know, it's a massive improvement. This first gear. Sweet. Alright, first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Oh, it might stall if we're going to fifth. Fifth gear. Works perfectly. Fifth gear at 40 k's an hour. Nice.
Japanese electronics.
Nathan's just going to quickly show me his Golf TSI. What is it? 2018. Ooh. Ooh.
So comparing the short shifter to VW.
This is a lot longer.
Yeah.
I can tell that. Bloody God. What? Alright, Nathan is gonna feel the short shifter. Here you go, dude. Yeah, there's like a weird notch in second. I don't know if you can feel it, but you kind of have to put it in a little bit harder.
You have to give it some force.
Yeah.
She needs some force.
She does. Ooh. There we go. He hasn't actually been in the car before the short shifter, but
no,
the shifter does feel a little bit better. But what do you reckon? It
just feels like it should. Like it just feels like a sports car.
Yeah, it's like how it should be from the factory.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, so the C's short shifter is fully installed and in the car, and as you just saw, it's a huge improvement over the stock 93 Plus short shifter, well, stock shifter, and the eBay short shifter. Like I said, the eBay short shifter did not work at all in my car, and that's why I bought this Superclass C's short shifter. That's a tongue twister, holy crap. But there is a huge difference in the shifting from up and down shifts, as in like 3 to 4, first to second. It feels real tight and notchy, which is kind of what I want. It's still like a little bit loose, but you definitely know what gear you're in with this short shifter. So I'm also gonna link their product down in the description below so you can check out their products. They also stock a variety of MR2 parts. I think they also make like shift knobs and all these other parts, which I will be getting too, like OEM plus kind of looking things. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just got Nathan over here taking some nice shots of my car. I'll catch you in the next one.